This year, I participated in Varsity Rugby, and in the beginning of the season, we weren't sure what our outcome was going to be for CSEC, as the year before we ended up coming last place. However, we were very determined this year, and we had a couple new guys join the team. So we had high hopes for the season. Uh, of course, our first goal was to beat Patna School, who were beating us the previous year, and therefore that was one of our goals, as well as to compete against ISB. They were a dominant team, and therefore our goals weren't specifically to beat them. However, um, in some friendly games and in the end in BISAC, we did happen to beat ISB. Um, we played multiple games against Patna, and we were continuously losing, so we were losing hope there. But later in the season, we did end up winning them in the major competition of CSAC. Um, last, yeah, this rugby season is the season that I've like really developed my skills. We were a committed team. No one really got off easy or slacked off. Coaches were harsh, which ended up being good for the entire team. So what we did was, as a group, we set goals, specific goals for the season, that we then tried to carry out throughout the season. Yeah. So one thing I really enjoyed was playing the different teams and like constantly, which allowed us to base our goals and our improvements off of how well we played against these teams. Because in general, each team played the same every time we played each other, and therefore like they were a good measurement for our own team's abilities. Um, when we got to BISAC, which was held at Bangkok Patna School, uh, we had we had high hopes for that tournament, as there was a ISB, Patna, Harrow, and Shrewsbury, and a couple other schools in Bangkok. But throughout the season, we were constantly beating Shrewsbury. However, in the BISAC, we weren't playing our game properly, and they happened to beat us. However, when we played ISB, we did beat them, which we were very proud of, and we also beat Harrow. Um, but then again, Patna was still beating us, and we were still determined to try and uh, win against them. When it came to the CSAC, um, we were not sure how we were going to do and perform at this tournament. However, we did end up coming third out of 10 teams, which was like a NIST record for any rugby team that started at NIST. And yeah, it was a very joyful moment for our team, especially since we'd come so far from losing the year before, but then coming third this year. Um, it was a two day tournament held in Singapore at UWC. Um, Very nice school, very nice pitch, and yeah. So that was a tournament that everyone's gonna remember, because everyone from this and on our team is gonna remember, as it was like a significant like benchmark for what future NIST rugby teams need to be at in order to keep progressing and having success in these tournaments.